What's good, everybody? Welcome to my unboxing of the Galaxy Z Fold 5. Now, in this unboxing, I'm going to pretty much show you the Z Fold 5. Real quick, I'm going to go ahead and unbox it. After I do that, I'm going to go ahead and give you my first impressions of the phone. But let's take a quick tour around the box. On the bottom, you can see that I have the Galaxy Z Fold 5 branding. This is a very high premium box. Also on the right side, there's more branding, Samsung branding, and on the left side also there's more branding. So this is a very high quality box off the top. So you feel like you're getting what you actually pay for. Now on the inside, you're gonna have on the left side, booklets and instruction pamphlets. Inside of their box, there's also a SIM card ejector, C2C cable, and we have a startup guide in terms and conditions. But for the most part, I got the cream color Galaxy Fold 5 512 gigabyte variant, and I'm gonna go ahead after I get this unboxed to give you my first impressions and a quick comparison with some of the other phones I have. So give me a second here and let's get that first impressions once I get everything set up. So I'm here to give you my first impression of the Galaxy Fold 5 after the unboxing. Now I got everything set up, and I can say without any type of hesitation that this is classic Samsung. One UI runs very smooth. This phone, from a software standpoint, just from my first initial impressions, is very familiar and on point. So the only problem, like I said, with Android tablets is that from a app standpoint, there's not a lot of apps that's optimized to work on a tablet-like phone or tablets, period. My other gripe, let me go ahead and get these gripes out the way. It's the initial slimness of the phone, but hopefully with the Fold 6, that will be improved. According to rumors about the next Fold, there should be a little bit more wider phone coming next year. For those of you who may be thinking about picking up a Fold 5, if you're thinking about wanting a much wider, phone, you may want to wait and find out what the Fold 6 will bring to the table. Now let's get to the good stuff. Off the top, I do like the way there's this type of gray trim around the camera bezel, around the cameras itself. It kind of breaks up the actual color format. I do like the cream, which is somewhat of a unique color for me. I pretty much like to stick with darker tones, your blues, your blacks, maybe darker green phones. I do like how the gray trim carries around the frame of the phone, and also with the hinge itself. Now, in comparison with the Ultra 23, you can see how much more bigger the Ultra 23 is in comparison to the actual Fold itself, and you can pretty much see that how much wider the S23 Ultra is in comparison to the Fold 5. And actually, they're pretty much even. I would pretty much give the edge to, as far as which is heavier. Oh man, I might give it to the S23 Ultra, but barely noticeable. Also, I like the improvements as far as how the hinge and this gap that would normally be between the two displays or the folding display has shrunk a lot. so I'm pretty much feeling that. I'm trying to get used to the placement of the fingerprint sensor being a little low, and I'm not a big fan of the button fingerprint sensor. I pretty much prefer the in display. I don't know, I mean, it might have been pretty tough to have a fingerprint sensor directly in the center of the fold itself, because I think in a lot of ways over time you will probably damage the display right at that fold point. So it probably was a smart move to put the fingerprint sensor off to the side. They do have 3 microphone holes up top, which is great. I haven't taken any pictures with the actual phone itself, but usually the camera sensors on some of these folded devices are somewhat, decent to good, great, depending on the situation that you're using, how you setting up your pictures. Your camera is only good as the surroundings you put it in. But for the most part, 2 gripes: the thinness of the phone and a lot of apps not being formatted. But that pretty much does it for my first impressions. Be on the lookout for more videos I have coming on this. If you like this type of content, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified of future videos like this. And until the next time, catch everybody next video. I'm out.